Hello and welcome back to Room for TCG. My name is Joe. Drink of the day was water, and it is Shanks Saturday or Sunday. I'm not sure when this video is going up. Probably Sunday. Anyway, Shanks it is, and today I wanted to test out the new the 6-cost lore. This card was very good in the past. Its anti-removal properties are nice into particularly Ace. Because of Jozu, if you play this on 6, great, they can't get rid of it. What a treat. And the power reduction combines really nicely with Beckman to remove things on curve like 7-cost Robin, and with Pop Shanks to remove those big 12k power units like Blackbeard and Whitebeard. Also just really nice for battling for board. If you follow him up with the Zorro, so they've played some kind of unit, you can give him character rush, reduce the power of their board, and then swing, probably clear whatever you're swinging into. So that's kind of nice. This card feels very good in the deck. I'll have a little bit more discussion about it at the end. I'm also testing out the 1-cost event, and I've gone down in terms of the number of 4 costs as a result, because there's just not enough space. I've got a few games here. I've got a lot of games. I was playing a lot of games into Blackbeard. I'm not going to lie. I played, I think, 4 or 5 games today into Blackbeard of the games that I played. And yeah, so expect maybe 1 or 2 games into Blackbeard, which I think is one of our better matchups for what it's worth. But it's going to be one of the more relevant matchups because people love that deck. It's really hype at the minute. So being positive into Blackbeard is a good trait, and it shows off the lore quite nicely as well in that matchup. Either way, hope you enjoy these games, and here you are. But first, if you're in the market for any new TCG accessories, you got to check out Sleeve Chief. The sale may have ended, but there's still plenty of awesome products on Sleeve Chief, such as this Gear 5 Holo Luffy playmat, with a nice shiny moon, and also the Chinese takeout deck box, one of my favourites. If you do pick up anything off the website, please do use code MARINE for 5% off, and thank you to Sleeve Chief for sponsoring this video. Holy cow, Batman, it is just all Blackbeard on the ladder today. I'm not going to lie, man. I've matched Blackbeard after Blackbeard after Blackbeard. So apologies for the multiple Blackbeard games in this video. I do like the lore, especially going second. Lore followed up by Beckman is really, really good. We have very little else, though, and no searches to get us there. I'm going to try it out, though, because we can, if we play the lore on 6, if he follows out with Shiryu, we can just clear the Shiryu, and then we can maybe try and clear something else. 10-drop Shanks is pretty nice, too. Let's pass. He plays out of Van Walker. Preemptively. Not too bad. Now, a lot of people have been culling the 1-cost Lafitte, I will say. We'll... I think I'll take this, hoping to find a 4-cost. We don't, we get a neuter. We find that. Let's play that one. Yeah, let's play that row. We'll get a blocker down, get some stuff going. We'll swing 5 and 5, he'll probably take. Yeah. Anything interesting? There's nothing in trash for Katarina Devon, so that's not something I'm particularly afraid of. Yeah, next time we're going to go with Lore. Let's get this row down. What do I want to toss? If we're going to go 8 Don Beckman, we do not want to go Beckman on 10 Don. So I think tossing the second Beckman is fine. Tossing the Shanks might also be okay, though. I'm not a huge fan of this card in the matchup. I prefer the 10 drops. Let's deploy this. Yeah, I think I'm going to toss the Shanks. Well, we can play some of these searcher events maybe on a future turn. Then we'll pass. We're really looking for Beckman is the main thing we're looking for. 5-cost Beckman, not 7-cost Beckman. So getting that cycle out there is pretty nice. His 5-don play, there's all sorts of 4s he can play. He can even play Wiper and get rid of our Roo. There's a lot I can do about it. Well, this is a troll swing. You should always swing 6-6, but that's one of the things with Shanks. People just forget sometimes. It is what it is. We'll take this somewhat reluctantly. I don't love going down early against Teach, but he is not developing board of his own, so it's not the worst thing for us. I'll actually swing 2 on 2. I think I'm happy with swinging this. If he wants to let it go, he can draw a card, but he doesn't get the rest, and it gets it off the board for later. Then we'll go 5. He can now clear our Roo, which is not my favourite, but it's fine. Give us a Van Augur. And then we'll play out this law. This law is going to be clutch. We need to see pop Shanks, though. I don't see any pop Shanks, which I'm a little upset about. Imagine Van Auger swings into Rue here, which is fine. And then we'll see what else happens. I presume 6-cost Shiryu. It's usually a pretty good play. Usually a pretty good play, and then we'll see 6. Yeah, there's the Shiryu. What's he going to stack? He's got a couple decent targets in there. That is also a pretty decent one. Interesting that he tossed that. It means he absolutely has another one. So otherwise there's no way. We have to counter this one. I can just give a 2k though, because then we can save our Rue. What if he doesn't want to swing this? No, I don't want to give 2 1ks here. We'll go cancel on the leader effect, and then I'll give the Uta, because the Hongo could be very important. And then if he swings here, we can free lock. Or free leader, you know. Yep, no. I'll save him. I'll save my goat. 9 Shanks is something. I think I like the Beckman, though, for just clearing the Shiryu. Gonna hope to try and find either really a 5-cost Beckman, but a 10-cost Shanks would also be okay. Okay, we don't find 5-cost Beckman, so it's going to be 10-cost Shanks. It's fine. Definitely not taking anything else there. How do I want to interact with the Van Auger? Think doing this is correct, because he can redirect. It's fine. He's also got a trigger here on another one. There's not a lot I can do about that. Yep, he redirects. Toss another Blackbeard, though. Interesting. Reduce the leader. We don't get to swing this turn. Then we'll drop this, clear this. Loss. We developed a guy. We removed his guy. We got through his Van Auger as well. Not a bad turn. And we found a pop Shanks. Although we don't have Beckman. Not having Beckman's always scary. Oh, he's playing Boa. Boa is good, but he doesn't get to swing. So, could be worse. Now, is there ever a world where we play Rush Shanks this turn? I don't think so. I think I just want to continue to remove his stuff. Now, I'll swing this first. We have no idea what this trigger could be. Could be anything. Just give us a 1k. That's actually, I think, a mistake, unless this trigger is Van Auger. I'll swing 7 here. What is this trigger? It's a Shiryu. Pretty good. This is a good time for us to eat through the Van Auger, if he allows it. Now, there is the slight question mark of if we play the Pop Shanks. We don't have a Pop Shanks for his follow-up. If he plays Big Beard this turn, big 10 cost. He's got a lot of cards in hand, but we do remove the Boa, which is nice. And he'll sort of have to nullify this. Yeah, I don't care about the debuff. If we play Rush Shanks, we push him down to 2. We get the debuff out. We can block the Boa swing with this, regardless. And then we have this for next turn. To remove the Big Beard, which is more threatening, because we can potentially try and target the Boa down. Actually, don't hate it. I don't hate it. I think he has to nullify this, and then the law survives, which is really good. We lose a 1k out of hand, which is likely Beckman. Maybe we lose 2k, 1k if he Zihahas. I'm going to play a little more aggressive in this spot, actually. I'm going to play a little more aggressive. Shame we didn't have Beckman, but I'm not gambling for it this turn. I'll gamble for it next turn when we basically have to. There's a Zihaha. I presume it's 10 beard. Could be 8 beard. Wait, what? Oh no, you play first and then give. Sorry. I thought... Wait, he played 8 beard? He doesn't have 10 beard? I swear he took it earlier. I swear he took it earlier. Am I just wrong? I guess he hasn't searched at all. No, I'm thinking of a different game. Wow, he doesn't play 10-bit. That's huge. That is huge. We have leader effect as well. Man, that's so good. Leader effect, no blocker. Give up one of these hongos. We don't need 3. And then we just block this boa swing, if the boa even swings. The boa doesn't swing. Okay. I had a suspicion it might not. Now, do we gamble on trying to find the Beckman, or do we just... We don't need to find the Beckman now, because we've got the root. Right? We've already got a blocker. We'd be playing over a blocker to play a blocker and generate some dons. I think we just pop Shanks something. Or do we develop another Rush Shanks? 2 Rush Shanks is crazy work. Double of these. I don't know. Let's start with... Is it 9? Let's reduce it to 7 immediately, because then it cannot be redirected into for free. Except leader swing. That's fine. Takes that one. Okay. Okay. We can also play this and burn the event. So many options, man. I'm not used to this. They usually just bum 10-bid and then I'd be forced to try and look for a... try and look for a Beckman. Although, because the law's on the board, we weren't actually forced to try and look for it. Unless he nullified the law, so... I think this time we have to clear a body. Because we're at 1. Let's go 5 now. Sure. Yeah, I think blowing up the beard is good. And then we just... He has the boa, he has a split. There's no way he can win. We wouldn't have an answer if he then beards, but we're going to push him down to 1 and get 2 cards out of his hand. So we're in a pretty solid position. Let's just blow this up. And then go 7-12. Blowing up the Roo would be a little annoying if he gets a ACOS trigger. But yeah, whiffing Blackbeard on curve is huge there. Yeah, we eat 2 cards. And then we'll push him to 1. Not tapping the Boa Hancock was a good choice, though, because otherwise that would be gone as well. Vasco... Oh, Vasco shot trigger's pretty good. But we've got enough counter, I'm pretty sure. We have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8k. We should be okay on the counter situation, but that is not ideal. That's not ideal. Another Boa. Yeah, okay. That trigger was really good, actually, there. That should be game, though. He can't direct into any of these. So we'll start by swinging 9 with Law. Reduce this just in case, I guess. It doesn't really matter. Because he can't redirect into these because they're not Blackbeard pirates. It's pretty unfortunate for him. Vasco shot trigger, resting our lucky row. Okay. Shots. We very much have to go for it here. 10, 10, 12, 12. Seems good to me. Gotta counter this one. If he doesn't counter this one, we just fire off the 12s next. What trigger could it be? I don't think there is a trigger that really helps him here. Shiryu is about the best one. Docu is not here. You've just thrown away 2 2Ks. You've just thrown away 2 2Ks for no reason, right? Oh no, Vasco's a 1K. That one's fine, but like, Docu is a 2K. You don't give that up. Yeah, you can't redirect into these. That's... yeah. Holy bricks, Batman. Never mind, it didn't matter. Yeah, he had 10-bit as well. He chose to play 8-bit. I guess he was scared. But, like... Yeah, I mean, I guess if he plays it, we just swing the law, pop it, and then... I feel like it's just got to be better, right? Than playing 8-bit. 8-bit's so vulnerable. I don't know. Boa's nice. I think Boa's good in this matchup, for sure. I feel like you got to play 10-bit and just... I don't know. See if I have it, question mark. But the law's really good for helping dealing with that. We'll play to our opponent. Okay, got to give him to Penel. Now I have no idea which I actually prefer in this matchup. Because obviously he prefers first, but we really do like second. So, I'm not sure. I'm going to take second, I think. I want to try both anyway. Well, the law's actually not that good. The Shanks I really do need to see, though. The rest of this hand is really mid. And I don't like law. Law is a good alternative if he doesn't play Shanks on 6. The rest of this hand is just so underwhelming. 3-2Ks. I'm going to mulligan, hoping to see better. Okay, we still have the law. We have a blocker now. We've got some kind of top end. He's playing Gadatsu. Interesting. We've got an Uta to combat board at least, which is quite nice. Going to take this. 100%. And then we'll pass. Nice start for us. Can't complain. Wonder if he's playing dog. No, just Shura. Okay, a lot of weenies. A lot of weenies. Gonna see 6-6. Sure, we'll take one. Beckman's good to have for later. I think I will counter one. Yeah. Let's give up this Lucky Roo. Because I think I want everything else slightly more. Okay, we get that Lucky Roo. That's nice. Let's attack the Shura. We are going to need to play Weenie Police, I think. And our Lucky Roo will potentially help us do that if we need him to. Go 5 here. And then play out Lucky Roo. He can obviously Mumaragan it. There's not a lot I can do about that. Oh, it's blocker Enel though. It's not big Enel. There's Mumaragan on the Roo. Lightning Dragon on the Roo. I hate to see it. Will this become a blocker? Find out next time. So this 6 is going here. We're going to be facing another 6. Let's just take one again. Hot Shank's not really what I'm looking for. Yeah, okay. I'll get rid of Lore, I think. Yeah, because we can follow up on 9 Shanks with a 7 Zoro. Is this going to become a blocker? It is. What are we trashing? Sure. Didn't clear the Uta. That's strictly a play mistake. That is strictly a play mistake. Let's play this. Swing lead, he can block. And then we'll clear the Gadatsu. Why would you not block? Block that to save the Gadatsu. I mean, at that point, like, sure, but why would you not block to save the life? That, I don't know, that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I guess he really needed the card. Fair, I guess, but a bit weird. Okay, second Enel comes down. Hopefully he's not clearing our Shanks at least. Yeah, we're at 7k. It's not going to work. We get out of your aggression very nicely, sir. You going to clear my Uta ever? Lightning Dragoning Lucky Roo again. Love to see it. Yeah, we'll take that one. No trigger on the Beckman. We're going to clear the Uta? We are going to clear the Uta. Incredible work. We did it. Okay. Now this is just a little bit too big for us to sort of deal with. I could swing 10 into it twice. Which I don't hate. I don't hate it. But equally, I don't think it's very valuable. I also don't think swinging into this Gadatsu this turn is very valuable. We'll go in rush character. This, I've got the option of swinging into Gadatsu or Penel. Let's go 7 leader. He should never take this one. Does take this one. Okay. What does that say? I still don't think we need to deal with this Gadatsu. This Gadatsu is just not threatening. So I think I'd rather get a 1k out of him. It can obviously just be MrMaCHONaCHOMan, but it is what it is. We'll get something out of him this way. I don't think killing the Gadatsu actually does anything. Gives a Reiju. We'll take it. And then I'll deal another damage. Push him down to 1. Cool. End turn. He'll be able to clear one of these with an attack. If he has Gamma Knife, he'll be able to clear the entire board, which is pretty annoying, but there's not a lot I can do about it. Frankie comes down, trashes Rosie Law. Wow, this guy has room for Penel and Rosie Law. This is like an old school build, but it's got Frankie. There's the Gamma Knife. This card's cancer. I would not be upset if they banned this card or limited Gamma Knife in an L. I would not be upset, but it is what it is. Kaiton's the Zoro as well, which is sure. The fact this Lucky Roo has been stunned forever is a little annoying. I'd love to have him up right now to be able to try and block, but what can you do? 6 to 4. Oh, you put the Dons here. You put the Dons here. That's a mistake. We can maybe save our Zoro now. We might be able to save this Zoro. Is threatening 10, 11 into 8. Can have more kit ends. There's nothing I can't predict that. There's no point protecting this because Penel swings into it. Yeah, there's no point protecting this because the leader can't swing into this Zoro. Unless he has like 2 more kit ends. But at that point, like, sure, you got it, right? You got it. Now, this will be expensive. What will we have to lose? We'll have to lose 2k, 1k, 1k. We'll have to lose everything. So it's sort of short of 2k on saving this efficiently. 2k leader effect 1k, and then he swings 10 into it. We have to go 1k, 1k, 1k. And then we don't have the Ben Beckman for next turn. We might be best off letting this go. And if we save it, he won't have this active. He'll have the Frankie. You can't interact with the Frankie, though. I don't know. I don't know. We can have triple blockers next turn. If we let this go. I think I'm letting this go. And we'll see if this swings or not. Yep, another Lightning Dragon. It's lucky we'll get to do something one day. I think I want to 2k, 1k this. Though. Because we're going to be a smaller leader next turn. We're not going to be 7k. And staying at 2 here is pretty cool. Come on, we'll fight you is not particularly useful. Unless I don't want to play this Lucky Roo. But I feel like I potentially do. We'll see. We're definitely doing Ben Shanks. I think a second Lucky Roo is good because he can't freeze them both. One of them will get to either pop or become active again. And we'll have just a bunch of blockers, which is nice. As a result, this is only swinging for 5. So would I rather get 1 card or would I rather try and just remove the Ohm to stop that? Realistically, this Shanks is just going to eat the Frankie. Which is fine. I could not play the second Roo. Play the Come On We'll Fight You and swing 8s with this. Then that actually demands something from him. And then the Beckman Shanks likely again clears the Frankie or deals the final damage. Do we then die? He'd have 2 big swings. We'd have 2 blockers. This one's not rested. This one is rested, though, so it's only 1 blocker. He can very easily MrMaCHONACHOMan it. And then it's 3 swings to get through. If this finds a 2k, we'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This would debuff them as well, though, so... I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Let's go 8. That's where we actually get some cards out of his hand. Oh, we get 3 cards. Incredible. That is really, really good. Let's do the search event first. Hopefully find a 2k. We do. We get a lime juice. That's nice. Yeah, there's nothing else to take there. And then we'll go Beckman. Use the card action. Play out this. And is there ever a world in which we don't attack? Because we do have the lime juice to just deny this next turn. But he could remove our Shanks, right? He could remove our Shanks with, like, Gamma Knife. He'd need a fair amount of combo, but it is possible. I think just dealing with the Frankie is worth... Oh, wow, he takes to 0. I did not expect that, but it's what we got. Okay. Is he just going for lethal? I mean, I wouldn't fault him, but we do have 5k counter, so it's definitely not a dead cert. 6. We're supposed to just block. We're supposed to just block this here, right? Because MrMaCHONACHOMan. What's the split, right? What's the split? You can have L4s. These two are both 9s. So if we're envisioning taking both of those, we need to counter the leader swing. 2, 3, can go to 8. I think we're supposed to just block this one. I think we're supposed to just block this one. It does sort of open the door for him to pivot into the Shanks, but his Penels are only 9k. They're not at 10k, and we're at 12k. So if he doesn't have Gamma Knife, he ain't clearing the Shanks. And the Frankie's also now tapped, so we have the option of like 15 if this Penel taps. And he doesn't play another blocker. I don't know. I don't know if that's the correct answer there. But if I answer that with leader effect 1k, or just give him the lime juice, we're suddenly down to 3k counter. Which is a little scary. There's the Frankie. Sure. But this means he's not Gamma Knifing, so we can just lime juice that Frankie. As long as we can keep the lime juice. That ain't working, but we need to keep the lime juice, right? We go leader effect, Beckman, Rue. And he can't attack this because it just blows up the Frankie. Sure. There's another lime juice. Excellent. Yeah, this can be a blocker, but nothing else can be. And our Rue stands back up, which is great. So we lime juice on the Frankie. Then we have a split. 8, 9. Or we just swing the 12 first, because he will block this one. Has to block this with the Penel. I mean, if you can counter, then, like, sure, but then you've got less counter, right? You have to block this one with the Penel. Because this can't block. Which actually top deck a Beckman. Wasn't even looking at it, but we could have Beckman Shanks his Frankie for just 3 more Don. Which is kind of funny. How many 2Ks has he used? Only 1. He's probably got a lot of 2Ks. This guy's probably got a lot of 2Ks. I think I'm going... Yep. I think I'm just going all in 12 here. Oh no, 11 is maybe better. We can very well still lose this. he has the 7, 9, 11, 13, and then a 1k, it's pretty losable. It's really close. But I feel like this was always the... Maybe the Beckman Shanks play would have been safer. Blow up the Frankie, swing with this, eat the other NL. And then we have, what, 4 Don remaining. I can swing 9, have 2 blockers. That might have been better, actually. I think I got a little overzealous there. And I guess I still could have gone for it, but we've already used the lime juice, so I'm a 2k down, right? How many 2ks have you got? MrMaCHONaCHOMan. Go for it. Do we go for it? If we don't, we have 3k, 4k counter. He has too many swings, I think. Though this can get out of one, this gets out of 2 swings if it stays active. So surely you have a 1k. Surely you have a 1k. We've seen 2 NLs in the trash. 1 on the board, that's 3. 2 Rosy Lords, that's 5. 3 Lightning Dragons gone, that's 8. There's not that many more bricks. I think I fucked this turn a little bit here. If he has MrMaCHONaCHOMan, leaving this up is troll. But if he doesn't... I can't even get out of like a 9. Like if he just... If he swings 7 with Frankie and we take the block the other Frankie, and then he just puts the 4 Don on an L, we just die to that 9 and then bigger number. It's just, yeah. We're just gambling on if he has MrMaCHONaCHOMan if I pass there. Nah, but he doesn't. He had it anyway. I guess MrMaCHONaCHOMan means that he wins regardless. Yeah, that was my mistake. I guess I should have played the Shanks, removed the Frankie, we still remove the blocker and L. Yeah, it's a blunder. That was a blunder. Yeah, GG's. Well played. He had another 2k anyway. We were never killing him there. But yeah, I guess my best line would have been to remove the Frankie. Yeah, GG's. Remove the Frankie with the Beckman, establish another blocker and the Shanks. That was a close game, though. That was my fault at the end there. Just, I thought we had it, but I didn't realise he'd literally used 1 2k. And it's like, yeah, he probably does have that many 2ks if he used 1. It was 2, because he gave us a Sanji, I think. Yeah, it was 2. He'd give us a Sanji, but... Yeah, it's my bad. My bad. Going first into Blackbeard, as expected. Weak early game, strong late game. I really like the lore. The lore combines with the Beckman pretty nicely, but this is way, way better on evens. This event needs to find Mr. Beckman, otherwise we'd be in trouble. We also kind of need to see 9 Shanks in this situation, I think. We should draw some good stuff, though. We don't draw Beckman or 9 Shanks there. It's pretty weak. Let's just take a Hongo. It's a Hongo or a lime juice, and I prefer the Hongo slightly. See what opponent does early doors. Does he have a Lafitte? Does he have a stage? He has an event. Has an 8-beard. Good card. But yeah, this is a matchup where we both really want to go second. Going first is going to be a lot tougher. Going to be a lot tougher. Although the nice thing is we can negate a lot of his swings for free if he just plays on curve. So there is that. That is a really good draw. That's a very good draw. Not confident that we'll need it. We may end up playing the lore anyway because the lore's really good too. But we'll see. We'll see. 8 to 5. There's sort of 2 routes we can go down now. We can go with the Zorro route, or we can go with the lore into the removal route. We've got different options now, which is interesting. There's the Burgess. Damn, he's already at 6. That's crazy. Well, you're not going to be swinging there, I'm afraid. Unfortunate to whiff a 4-drop. It is what it is. We do only play 6 now. which is a little lower than it has been in the past. I definitely don't value getting this down. Don't think I really value getting Hongo down either. Is that true? Maybe that's not true. We could get a decent swing with the Zoro into something next turn if we do play the Hongo. It's an option. Can he remove this? He can't remove this. He cannot remove this. I'm going to try it out. He really cannot deal with this Hongo efficiently in this deck. Wiper's the only thing that is like active removal, I believe. They don't tend to play 4-cost Black Hole. And like if he's playing 4-cost Black Hole on his 6th on turn, that's kind of fine with me. It's kind of fine. Yeah, let's go with this, because if he plays Shiryu, we can get a really nice play with this Zoro. And if he doesn't play Shiryu, then we've got other options. We can either go with the Law, or we can go with the Beckman. But I think if he plays Shiryu, I'm going to go with the Zoro. And we're going to try and take out this Jesus Burger. But the Hongo being on the board later for Pop Shanks is really good too. Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe it's a mistake playing it. This is like... Well, he doesn't have Shiryu, so I guess we can do something different. I'll probably play the Law. 10-beard. That's his second. No, he took the 8-beard first, right? Yeah, 8-beard and 10-beard. He's not going to heal this turn unless... Oh, never mind. He plays boss. I lied again. We'll take this swing. No trigger. Yeah, good meme, bro. Thanks for wasting my time. Right, here, so we can either play Law, or we can do a Beckman play. We can actually remove the Burgess before it even becomes a problem. What are we doing next turn? Next turn, he's going to play 8-beard, 100%. 100% of the time. What are we doing? Are we going to just respond with Zoro and try and get some action with that? That could be reasonable. Could be a reasonable turn to use the Hongo. If we play out this Law next turn, we'll have a lot of power down. I don't mind taking a swing here as well. I think I'm looking towards the Law this turn. And then next turn, we've either got the Zoro or the Ben Beckman. But I'm leaning towards the Zoro. And then on the following turn, provided either Hongo or Law is still on the board, we can pop Shanks. Or we draw another one. Yeah, so let's go 6. And then we'll just play out the Law. Going 6, obviously, so he can't free block. I think getting this Law down should be really, really powerful, especially as he has whiffed Curve here. We get a 2k out of him. Why not? And then, yeah, we'll develop this Law. This Law's nice. This Law is nice. We may even not need to tap the Hongo next turn, which would be really nice, because then it's unlikely he can negate both. As long as we have enough counter to save this from the sort of follow-up 10 from Big Beard. San Juan Wolf. Sure, it's better than a stage. And then we're going to play 8-drop. Indeed we are. Now, these two Pop Shanks are going to be very, very useful for taking out, like, maybe this, maybe the big blocker beard. A lot of good options to get rid of that. Don't know what this trigger could be. It could very well be something that deals with a Hongo. Hopefully not, but who knows. Yep. Yep. 9 Shanks. Ooh. I don't think you're better than Zoro. Is he going to swing Borsalino? No. Okay. Right. I think we want to do 9 Zoro. Sorry, 7 Zoro. 9 Shanks is strong, but the character Rush this turn, I think is going to be pretty useful for hopefully trying to answer this Burgess, or at least like clear the blocker and get a couple cards out of his hand. I don't want to swing into leader. And I also don't want to tap this Hongo. So what's our splits looking like? Oh, pretty good, actually. Equally, I want to attack with this first. So that if I attack this here, I might lose the character rush. But I don't want to attack here. Do I not want to attack here? Why do I... I don't think I care too much about attacking leader. If the trigger pops the Hongo, that is the worst outcome. Because then we cannot bomb his big guy. But he can always direct into leader anyway with leader effect, so... I think we'll see what he does with this. If it's another 8 teach on top, that will be the worst outcome. Because then he can nullify the Hongo. Okay, he redirects into that. That is kind of perfect for me. That's kind of perfect. Now we'll go with the Zorro. Buff up the leader. Gain character rush. Attack 9 into 5. Blocks, that's even better for me. And then we'll attack 9 into 6. I didn't clock that was going to go up by 1,000 power, but it's fine. I do not want to tap this Hongo. We cannot afford to tap this Hongo. If he has 2 2Ks, he has 2 2Ks and gets to keep the Burgess. Is what it is. Just do not want to... I mean, it goes. That's huge. That's huge. Right. Now he gets to start playing 10 beards, hoping for not too many Zihahas. Because that card is always really good into Shanks. If you're a Shanks player, you'll know that one. Life burn. Oh, it's Boa first. Okay. So Big Beard is coming next. Big Beard is coming next. Then we're going to see 10. Where are we going to see 10? If it was going into board, you should have 100% swung this before the Boa. Leader cannot swing. So we can just leader effect 2k, 1k this. Which is convenient because I did not have 2 2ks. My finest Uta, and I think Ben Beckman's time has... We certainly don't need 2 of you. Yeah, we certainly don't need 2 of you. We actually have a good amount of power down. We can focus on... We can probably clear both, actually. I think we can clear both. Trash is a boss. I don't know why he didn't play 10 teach. We know he has it. We know he has it. He could have nullified leader, nullified one of these fellas, and just developed the 10 cost. But he chose to Boa instead. I mean, but Boa's good into Shanks. Don't get me wrong. Boa is good into Shanks, but... a little confusing. Okay, so Beckman into 10 drop blows this up. So we need to put all our focus into trying to deal with this. He can only direct into leader or Blackbeard Pirates. So we can reduce this to 6 immediately. Which is great. I don't think I'm playing a second blocker. I think just going with the one Beckman and trying to find something else offcoming will fight you. Either a 2k or another Beckman. Probably preferably another Beckman. Will be good. So we can go rest this, reduce. Then I think I'm going to go 8 into 6. We'll try and deal with this teach pretty snappily. Because if we can keep the board clear, that's going to be useful for us. Just stop these big swings coming in, and then we can start clearing 1 a turn with these pop Shanks. Okay, he's going to redirect into leader. What's that going to do? What trigger is there? He doesn't know. It's a random one from Boa. Don't think there's anything that's too hurtful. Yeah, indeed. Now this is at 6. We kind of want this swing to go through, so I think I'm going to go 10. That goes through. Excellent. Then I'll play this. Have a look, see what we get. Okay, so it's a 2k or a 2k or a Lucky Roo. I don't think we want a Lucky Roo because I already have one little blocker here. So I think we'll look towards taking a 2k. And of these two, I don't think the Lime Juice is that good in the matchup. I think I prefer the Hongo. And then here we'll go 6 lead. Yep, that leaves me with the exact amount of Don. And then we'll go Beckman into Shanks and pop this Boa. And a Shabuja 10-12 and a little blocker there. Which is really nice. And just keep the board completely clear. So we can even protect the Hongo. Which is pretty cute. Unless he triggers it with one of these. He does trigger it with one of these. Sure, Hongo's gone. But we have another one. It's not the worst. I don't want to Get rid of it. Nullifies this. I mean, sure, whatever. He's just doing a bit of trolling, I think, there. That's fine. Do this, play this, get rid of that, pass it over. We've got a blocker. If he plays Tembeard, we sort of have... We're fine. If he Zihahas, it's worse. Because then he actually has Don to swing. But if he doesn't Zihaha, we can just leader effect the leader swing. And then that's fine. That's all he's done for the turn. And if he negates this, then we can't remove the Tembeard easily. We have to play the Hongo. If he negates this Shanks, well, then he gets out of the bigger swing, but then we can remove the Tembeard much more easily. So, swings and roundabouts, right? Why in the hell would you nullify that one? Dog. That is the worst choice. Like, you can nullify the blocker to get a 1k. You can nullify this to get out of the big swing. You can nullify this to stop the power down. Why would you nullify this shit? Dude, some of these fucking players are just... I mean, realistically, he's not countering this, so nullifying this versus nullifying this, not that big a difference, but still, like, what in the fuck? Anyway. That was baffling. You should just block this one, although then you do just get opened up into me attacking this, so... Swings and roundabouts, right? I think, personally, nullifying the law would have been the best play, because we don't actually have another Beckman, so the Hongo play wouldn't have worked after he got that trigger. Redirecting into it is also fine, but I would have still blocked first, because we're just going to remove it. He was playing pretty decently up until that point, right? I think the Boa was fine versus the Teach. I'd have probably played the Teach, but the Boa was fine. And the 8 Teach on curve was good. The Burger coming out was pretty strong. He whiffed Shiryu, but he had Borsellino, which is like the second best thing. Yeah, very strange. I'm going to leave this Beckman up, I think. Am I? Am I? We don't actually have another answer for another 10 Teach. So maybe we should attack this Beckman. Yeah, let's just get a 2k. I should have swung with this before this guy. It's whatever. Didn't expect him to take that 5, to be fair, but he did. And then we'll pass. Nullifying that Zoro was just stupid, but he probably wouldn't have countered this in the same way that he wouldn't have countered this. There's another Teach. Another Teach. Be funny if we had our third Pop Shanks, wouldn't it? That would be very amusing. But this guy is going to be reduced to like 9k if we just play a Rush Shanks. It's kind of funny. There's another Teach. Grabs a Shiryu. That's the brick. Yeah, it's not great. We'll 1k this one with the Beckman. Yep. And then we pass. Sure. Am I playing this? Probably. Yeah, I think we kind of just overwhelmed the board anyway. He made some... It's sort of only one... Like, the stun on the Zoro, I don't think it mattered. I mean, if you really like, your bro is just asking to get robbed, but I guess it is what it is. Doesn't really matter. We don't even necessarily need to play this anymore. We can just swing out. Because he took that one. So we're going to remove the Teach anyway. Sure, he's going to redirect and counter. I guess. If you really want. I just want to do this. I just want to do this now. Fuck you. Fuck this Blackbeard. There's just no world in which we ever lose. We just have guaranteed lethal regardless. Yeah, GG's. Nice to see that we can win even going first. The lore was actually really, really good. The lore was pretty huge in that matchup. And Bomb Shanks as well. I really do think it's good in this matchup, you know. Just being able to remove all their stuff is so good. And this is another one where the Zoro is really strong as well. The character rush, because they play such big units just on curve, the character rush came up and helped deal with that Burgess, which that Burgess could have got out of control. We did have a good amount of counters towards the end there, and we were still at 2 lives, no real danger, with a blocker. But being able to deal with the Burgess through the character rush was actually pretty clutch. If he played Shiryu on that turn, I think I would have made the exact same play. I might have thought twice about tapping the Hongo if in that situation, but I don't know. Regardless, well played to our opponent. So thank you for watching. Thoughts on the changed cards? I did not miss Rockstar. I'll be honest. Lime Juice came up more than Rockstar by quite a bit. If Shanks mirrors become relevant, that's when you're going to need Rockstar to stop this Shanks popping other big guys, right? That's when Rockstar is going to be really good. But board space is an issue for this deck now. It really is. Like, you're probably going to have, in most games, as you saw today, you're going to have some kind of 6 cost. Maybe you maybe you've got a Lore, maybe it's a Beckman. You'll have something that you played after that. Maybe that's a Shanks, maybe that's another Beckman. And then you start having your Beckman-Shanks combos. You run out of board space. Like, where are we putting Rockstar? He's also just really vulnerable to removal himself. Against Blackbeard, they will just remove it. Against Nami, it's a little more sturdy because they don't have great removal for ones, but if they are playing Sky Island Nami and they're playing Wiper, well, that's not true anymore. So I'm not confident that the Rockstar is actually good. My opinion at the minute is the Rockstar is bad and Lime Juice is better. Maybe it's just because I've got a load of all tarts of him. Anyway, did go down to 12-2Ks just because of space. The event feels fine. It does increase your consistency, and we do need to see our Beckman combo. There was a couple of matches today where I didn't see it, and we got by, but it's so much better when you do, right? Then you can combine it with another 4-drop, with more searches, or, you know, just having more Don to swing can also be pretty nice, especially into leaders that go big, which I'm hoping to test more into decks like Nami soon. But yeah, this list felt better than the one I played with last time. It's less bricky. There's what? 2, 6, 12, 16 bricks in this deck. 4 of them are your searcher events, and the other ones I don't think are really cuttable. I do really like the Zoro, because into the matchups where you need to see this Shanks, if you whiff it, you're in a tough spot. So this Zoro as a backup is actually really nice. Just at a couple copies, so yeah, I like this. I didn't miss 4-drop Shanks that much. He's fine, but Lucky Roo, the old one, actually gets a lot of value into the aggro matchups. I still haven't found any blue-green Luffys. I don't know if people just aren't playing that, or if I'm just dodging them at the minute. But I really hope to test that matchup soon to see how much this helps there. But it is just good into aggro, right? And it's a 5k relevant body that can swing. This Roo, I'm liking the more I play with him. It again just increases your consistency and filters out those bricks. Like, if you don't need this in the matchup and you can just toss it with Roo, that's great. Now that's one less brick in your hand. You've still got a blocker, albeit though he can't swing. But then you just get to draw 2 fresh cards, and that can help you find your Beckman combos, which are so important. I still am on the 3-2 split. I know a lot of people are on 4 rush and 2 pop. I really like the pop Shanks. I think it's really good, especially if you're expecting a lot of Blackbeard. Although into decks like Penel, obviously this is borderline useless. Although not, interestingly, in the end of that one Penel game from today, which is interesting. That's the list at the minute. There's going to be more Shanks and more changes. 4-cost Kobe is probably one I'm looking to test out soon. And I've also saw someone playing an aggro Straw Hat build, which I thought felt a little outdated, but I don't know, maybe distracting your opponent with aggro so you can get to your 10 drops. Maybe that's, I don't know, maybe it's a safe way to get there. We'll find out. Either way, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your weekend.